afterwards you talked about living with those types of uncertainties of life, and I was just wondering if you could speak on living with uncertainties, like you said, and what that kind of looks like in reality.
Okay. One of the ways that most people internalize their fears is a fear of the unknown. They have a fear of what might happen, you know, what if kind of thing, and then there's a fear. Well, that comes out then in their life as one is control. Okay, they want to control things. They have a need to make sure that things don't turn out badly for them. Okay, so you see, this is all self-centered, right? They don't want it to turn out badly for them. It's all about them, their fear, and they need to control things. So that's one way that it comes out. Sometimes people have anxiety, you know, for physiological reasons. They've got too many or too few of a certain kind of neurotransmitter or whatever, and it ends up creating anxiety. Well, you know, that's different. That's a different kind of thing. Most people's anxiety is a fear of things going wrong. It's a fear of being a fool. It's a fear of not measuring up. It's a fear of not being good enough. It's a fear of being inadequate. It's a fear of being insecure. It's you know, those kinds of fears. And those things make people anxious because you can't control life. Life is out of control. And we think that we can control it, and we try our best to manipulate things to fit within our fears, our anxiety, so that we don't trigger the anxiety. But what that does is it drives us nuts because you can't control it. And the harder you try to control your reality to be the way you want it, the less it is the way you want it. And the more the failure makes you anxious. So we get into a negative cycle with that. So the thing is, we have to shift our perspective from one of control to one of acceptance of whatever comes. Okay, whatever comes is what you deal with. In other words, instead of, I only want things to come if they're the way I want them, and I'm going to try very hard to make them come out the way I want them, that's anxiety and that's control. As opposed to, well, whatever happens, I'll deal with it, and I'll deal with it in a way that I'll grow up. Be it a hard thing, be it a thing that, you know, makes me cry, be it a thing that's tough, you know, my girlfriend or my wife leaves me, or, you know, my child does something awful or whatever. If it's something like that, I'll deal with it. Whatever comes up, fun, miserable, happy, unhappy, I will deal with it in the most caring and loving way that I can. I will deal with it to try to make everybody, you know, have the least amount of problems from it. That's what I'll do. So if you have that attitude, then it becomes more fun. Life becomes a game. It's like a puzzle. Somebody hands you, something happens, and you get to figure out how you're going to deal with it. So if you see life in that perspective, stuff happens, I get to deal with it, and I grow up. I evolve the quality of my consciousness by how well I deal with it. If I deal with it poorly, well, I'll deal with it in a self-centered way. If I deal with it properly, I'll deal with it in a loving and caring way. But I will deal with it, and everything changes. And as bad as it might be, I'll get over it. And the things that are the big things, you have to, you know, that might change your whole life around. You know, whatever you can imagine, you know, whatever, your big thing. Let's say you're at home watching TV and your wife and 3 kids are out in the car going shopping and they get run over by a big truck. Well, that's going to change your whole life. It's devastating. But at the same time, it's going to be an opportunity to move into a whole different reality frame. So you have to accept things as they come, even the bad things, and say, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from it? Here's another adventure coming up. I see it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to deal with it well, and I'm going to learn and grow from it. So it's a matter of focusing on dealing with whatever happens, as opposed to trying to keep things in line so that they work out the way you want them to. Now, if that means if you feel, let's say, insecure or inadequate, well, then you just have to say, when things happen, I'm going to try to deal with them. And, you know, I may or may not be adequate to deal with them as far as other people are concerned or whatever, but I'm just going to deal with them the best way I can, the most honest, straightforward way. I'm going to be authentic and deal with them. And then I'm going to see the results, see the consequences, and I'm going to learn something and grow up. So it's positive. That way it's all positive. No matter what happens, it's a growing experience. It's a new adventure. It's a new challenge, and you're going to grow up from it. So that way it's like, hey, throw me anything you want, you know, give me your best punch. I will learn from it. I'll turn it into growth. I'll make it a good thing. Not necessarily a good thing, you know, if your family just, you know, got run over by a truck, but I will turn it into something as positive as I can turn it into. I will grow from it. You know, it reminds me of Viktor Frankl, who was a Jewish guy in Germany during World War II, and his family was all put in the gas camps and killed, and he was also in one of those camps, but because he had some useful skills, he survived, but he was beaten and tortured and all this kind of stuff. And he came out of that more positive. He came out of that with a new, it was called logotherapy or logos therapy, a new way of looking at the world and helping people. That's what he got out of it. He wasn't bitter. He didn't, he didn't look at the people that imprisoned him and killed his family as the enemy. He saw them as just people caught up in something that was over their head, and they made bad choices. So you can learn from almost anything. So when you have that attitude that nothing is going to knock you down, that you will accept and deal with and learn from everything, you can start to relax. Because what gets us uptight is that we're going to fail. We're going to screw it up. We're not going to be adequate. We're not going to say the right thing. People won't like us. They'll laugh at us. You know, you'll be out of control. And it's all those things that is what gives us the anxiety to begin with. So when you just say, I'm going to be authentic and give it my best shot and learn from whatever happens, you can relax and just let it go by. That's what I call learning to live gracefully with uncertainty. You don't need to know what's going to happen. You just deal with it, whatever it is, and deal with it in the best way you can. However good or bad that is, it's the best way you can. And the best way you can isn't to optimize yourself, but see if you can optimize it for everyone. Learn from it, grow from it. So I think that's great. It's about the thing I can tell you. It's a change in perspective about what's important. It's not important to have things the way you want them to be, to have things such that you show up good and don't show up inadequate. That's not important. You can show up inadequate. That's fine. Being inadequate's not a problem. You can learn from it. You see, just be yourself, be authentic, take things as they come. That'll take all the pressure off. It's easier than just to be if you don't have the pressure of, I got to be this way. I got to be a success.